We want to ensure that every veteran across America, anybody who's eligible for their VA loan, can have access to the full scope of what the VA offers them as a home loan benefit.
Normally, these guys total about $3,500. Now, that's my number. Because again, what did I say is included in those non-allowed fees? All the lender stuff. So admin, underwriting, and everything else. So you may talk to your normal lender and they go, we don't charge any admin, underwriting fees or anything else. So therefore their number for the non-alloweds will be a little bit different. But most of these things, escrow, wire fees, notary fees, all that type of stuff, they're fixed numbers. It doesn't matter if you buy it $100,000 or $1 million. A notary charges what a notary charges. The one non-allowed fee that typically changes with purchase price is the base escrow fee. So that's where we say, hey, for anything under $500,000, we normally estimate $3,500 for non-allowed fees. Anything over $500,000, we're estimating around $4,000. So it's a general rule of thumb. It's actually pretty darn accurate. If you stumble across a really, really expensive escrow, we'll end up taking care of it if we're the lender. We'll make it happen because we told you that number. So that is, one of those things that is somewhat lender specific. And yes, lenders are different. Hey, we don't charge any lender fees. Like, yeah, and your points are a little bit higher. Hey, we charge high lender fees. Yeah, and your points. Most reputable lenders are all going to come out to about the same number. It's just a question of how they get there. So the buyer can't pay those. $3,500. What do I do with that? Well, we play a game. Mr. Seller, you want to sell your house for $400 grand. I think $400 grand is a very reasonable price. My buyer wants to buy it for $400,000. But we have this $3,500 bill that my buyer's not allowed to pay. Mr. Seller, do you mind if we offer you $403,500? You pay $3,500 of my buyer's costs, and you make the $400,000 that we were going to offer you. Mr. Seller, can we play ball? That's the normal way this is done. Now, is $403,000 a big deal? Because your purchase price is now $403,500, which means your appraisal needs to be $403,500. The difference between $400 and $403,500, that's not a huge deal. But if the seller looks at it and goes, hey, you know what, this is a very unique community, all the houses look exactly the same, and tons of them have sold recently for $399, $400, and $401. So guess what we're going to appraise for? I don't know, somewhere between $399 and $401 probably, so therefore your game is going to have a problem. Where do we more realistically see that? Hey, Mr. Seller, you're selling a $100,000 condo, and we have $3,500 in non-allowed fees, because again, they don't really change with purchase price. I'm going to offer you $103,500, you're going to cover $3,500 of my cost, you're going to make $100,000. Mr. Seller, can we play? The seller looks at it and goes, well, now I do have a condo and the comps are 99, 100, and 101. I'm concerned. I'm concerned that the value is not going to be there. We're going to go into contract, and 2 weeks from now the value is going to come in at 100, right as we sort of predicted, and we're going to end up in a renegotiation.